W5's Stephen Dewar and Chuck Green flew down to Miami this week to see if Muhammad Ali is really the guy he says he is. It's now 2 weeks before Ali, in what many are calling the fight of the century, gets the chance to regain from Joe Frazier the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship, even though he never really lost it. Let's have a look.
So a reporter asked me the other day, what's going to happen when you meet Smokey Joe? I said, Joe's going to come out smoking, and I ain't going to be joking. I'll be pecking and a-poking, pouring water on his smoking. This might shock and amaze you, but I will retire Joe Frazier.
When you've been in Philadelphia, you ever look at what we ever seen about the fight?
He wasn't nothing. I saw him. He wasn't showing me nothing. I spied on him. I'm glad he can sing and has a band for hire, because after this fight, he must retire. Once and for all, I'm going to whoop him. I'm going to show him that I'm the real champion of the world. You tell them all that Joe Frazier will be mine. I'm going to show him that I'm the real champion and that Joe Frazier was not the champ. I'm the champ, and I'm going to make them all eat their words. Italy, all my fans, see you later. And don't never pick Joe Frazier.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So all I'm worrying about is Joe Frazier. I'm going to give Joe Frazier a good whooping. That's all I see. Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier is going to get a good whooping right on his nose. I'm just going to give him a good whooping. That's all I see.
As Cassius Cassius, the Louisville Lip, or Muhammad Ali, Muslim minister, he's clobbered the stumble tongues of boxing with words and deeds. His gimmick saved the fight game by drawing the disillusioned back to fill the houses. But he refused to be defined by his antics. Winning the championship, he challenged the American sporting dream. He became a Muslim, resisted the draft, and changed his name, and spurned commercials. His trainer, Angelo Dundee, helped him develop his first image, and at least tries to be neutral about the second.
The era of the silent fighter, the guy that says, my man will do my talking for me, is gone. They want to hear from the subject.
Whose idea was it?
Well, we worked on all the gimmicks. I mean, we worked on, at the beginning, I'm a bit of a poet myself, and in fact, at the beginning, I used to correct spelling in his words, but in the day and age we're living now, your athletes are intelligent, your fighters are intelligent, they got high school graduate, educations. I mean, the era of the hungry fighter is gone, because anybody can get a job. Anybody as a fighter today has something special to give. You just can't tell him do that, or that never was like that with him. I could never tell this guy at any time, you go ahead and box 10 rounds. You know what I mean? It just, you don't do that with him, because like anything else, you don't contain atomic energy, you assist it. Oh yeah, he's different completely. He's different than any fighter that I've ever handled. He's different in every way. He's different in the ring and out of the ring. In other words, this is a guy, to me, that will go down in boxing history as the greatest heavyweight of all time. He's not just a fighter. He's a super fighter.
Everything I do is for me, and I do it the way I want to do it. Say what I want to say, go where I want to go, and style my own image and my gimmicks and my poems or whatever it is. So I'm not trying to please nobody but me, so I don't know what they want. And if somebody did want that I didn't want, I wouldn't pay no attention to them. I just do what I want. If there's any opposition or anything that somebody don't believe, or for any critics, the way you whip them is by constantly staying the winner. And they are victorious when I'm the loser. So I would go crazy if I try to stop and think about the opposition, the people that are against me, or the people that are for me, or if I think about what somebody says on the sideline in the gymnasium, or what somebody says at Madison Square Garden, or if I try to think about 100 million people watching this fight, when about 42 countries, which is about 5 times more people you got in all America, I couldn't concentrate on the fight. All I see is Joe Frazier. This is just another fight. I'm hitting my heavy bags. I'm doing my road work. I'm getting myself ready. I don't see the audience. I don't see the wide closed circuit. I don't see the satellites. All I see is whooping Frazier. And I'm experienced enough to know that just by whooping Frazier, everybody sees it. I know this. And all type results is going to come from it. Foreign invitations, all type write-ups. Critics are going to be frowning when I win. The people who are betting on him are going to be the losers. All I have to concentrate on is whooping Joe Frazier, and everything that comes after that, I'll be glad that I whipped him because of that. But if I lose, then all this stuff will come to light.
And you've always had that sort of thing.
You know,
all I concentrate on is whipping my man and knowing that I'm whipping millions with him. I can't even imagine how many I'm whipping, how many at home rooting for me to lose. All I know is whipping him or whip them all, if there are any. If there are none rooting against me, then good. But if he whoops me, then all these people will come to light. Oh, I told you he was a bum. Oh, I knew he was finished. I knew Frazier was the champion. Oh, the big mouth got it. And then I'd be wishing I thought about Joe Frazier, not worried about them.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The champion is going to work out the first sparring partner, Rufus Brazel from Ohio. Rufus Brazel. Let's give him a big hand.
I learned a long time ago, the best way not to get a reverse reaction from any fighter that you handle is don't put your nose in his family affairs, don't mess around with his religion. It's none of your business. That's the easiest way to get disrespect from a fighter. Or he don't tell me where to pray. He don't tell me what to do. In other words, outside of here, that's their gig, not my gig.
doesn't it bother you, though, when, for example, he was out for 3 years, partly because of his involvement outside?
3.5.
Right. Now, that was partly because of his things outside of boxing, not because he couldn't fight.
It didn't bother me. It broke my heart. I hated to see this kind of talent not perform. It didn't bother me.
The champion will box with young man from California, Bunky Akins. Bunky Akins.
Well, my wife don't even go to the fights. She don't like it. The children too young to understand. My daughter's 3 years old. She just now starting to say, "Daddy fight, daddy fight." That's all she knows. Daddy fight, daddy fight.
Are you worried about them, though, as being the children of a very controversial champion?
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah. So I'm a religious man too, you know. I don't worry about nothing. I have no bodyguards. I travel all throughout the North and the South, speaking in colleges by myself, rent cars, drive down back roads where the Ku Klux Klan hang out. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm like Jack Johnson was. He's a black man and lived in the day when Negroes couldn't look at white women. He married white women, although I don't agree with that, but just show you how bold he was. He married white women, whooped white men, told the Ku Klux Klan to shoot me. They told Jack Johnson, if you knock this white man out, we're going to shoot you in the ring. And everybody was scared. Way back when there wasn't no Muslims or no Black Panthers. He was a bad black man. See, so I'm like Jack Johnson. I'm crazy. I don't care.
You go around, you have guards, too, don't you?
Guards. Do I have guards? No. No, I have helpers. Fellas driving me around and assistant trainers and sparring partners. But guards for what? What I need guards for? They can't guard presidents. If somebody wants you, they're going to get you. I'd run into no hostility, even during the draft pressure. And when they first heard my religion, black Muslims, as they call it, even when the stuff was at the worst controversy, I'd walk the streets every day when the headlines were the worst and never ran up to one person that caused any violence or talked to me bad in my face. I read a write-up or two, or you hear people on radio shows where I face them every day, all races, all parts of the country, and I run into no hostility. Even when it's all over now, all the pressure's over. But I'm talking about when it was at its worst, I never ran into nothing. Not one person came up and had the nerve to raise a hand in my face. The people are with me, the masses, black and white, are with me. They all stood up for me. That's why I had to come back. Joe Frazier's last fight drew 4,000 people in a 15,000-seat arena. I drew more people in training, most of them white people. And I'm not no leader, no symbol, unless somebody make me that in their own heart. I don't know how people look at me, but I'm not no symbol.
What I'm trying to say is, didn't they use the controversy over your religion, over your concern about the racial problems in this country, your concern about the war, to make you, with a prominent name, into something, you know, that you perhaps never wanted it to be?
I was pressured by certain people because of my beliefs, and by me taking a stand and not weakening, made me more popular and liked with the masses of the people who have been oppressed. And people who have also suffered affliction because of the race and the belief have identified with me, which don't follow boxing, which made more boxing fans. Hey, boy, I don't want no.
When you say the masses being oppressed, do you mean white, black, everybody?
Everybody, the average common worker.
You refer to yourself as a man of destiny.
a couple of times before. What kind of destiny? Why do you say that?
Everybody has a purpose in life. Everybody has a destiny. And the knowledge of that destiny enables one to fulfill it. See, so everything was put here for purpose. Ants, buzzards, trees, and it's the knowing of that purpose that enables every man to fulfill it. And life begins when a person realizes his purpose in life. But very few people know how to go about finding what's the best purpose in their life that they should try to fulfill. And mine was just to be the world heavyweight champion. And then also not only being the champion, but keeping my dignity, my pride, and my manhood, not Uncle Tom, as they say, selling out my people just for the white man's dollar. So this is my purpose, to go down as the first one, just about to go all out and all the way, and being clean with the sport, and not representing nothing like tobacco and whiskey and various commercials, and staying with my people, and representing everybody at the same time, not disowning my own, marrying my own kind, and socializing with my own kind. But I belong to the world as far as being the champion, but I let it be known that I am black, and I will always be black and with black, even if I mean give up all the money and everything that I can be offered from boxing.
You gonna fight tonight? Yeah. Better come back with a victory. Where at? Where at?